Welcome to the podcast that misses you like a stormtrooper. Hashtag just saying. Because they never hit what they shoot at.
They suck.
I don't know how they didn't all get fired.
How'd they get hired?
What's the hiring regiment on a stormtrooper?
You should pass like a course.
Yeah, and the first thing should be you should be able to hit your fucking target.
It's like when you go get your LTC, you gotta pass a firing class.
Squad?
Yeah.
Firing squad?
Firing class.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get certified and showing that you shot a gun correctly.
Ah. I go bang bang good.
Why don't the stormtroopers go through that?
I don't know.
They need it.
They do. Oh, welcome back, everybody. This is May 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
I was waiting. So one of us was gonna say it. Okay. Okay. First, thank you to everybody who listened to last week's show.
Thank you.
If you have not listened to last week's show, it is still available. It is still available on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. As all of our episodes are, and we highly recommend going back and listening to it because it's Sean's favorite show.
I listened to it twice this week.
He did.
On the way to work and on the way home.
Good for you.
And
I'm so proud.
Still hilarious.
And it's hilarious. So, do yourself a favor, go check that out after this show.
That would be a good time to do it.
I'm going to be honest with you folks because it's the only way to go, really. It has to be, the last time that I checked, about 79 degrees in this. I am fucking sweltering. It's abnormally hot.
Okay.
And it's like, because a friend of mine said, I hung out with a friend of mine last night, and
Hi, friend of yours.
Yeah, her husband doesn't like to turn on AC. So she came in my house and goes, ugh. And I said, what's wrong? What is wrong?
So this is what AC feels like.
No. Because my AC's not on yet. So she goes, I was really hoping to come into your house and be cool because my husband won't turn on the AC. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, but we literally had weather that went from 45 degrees to 85 degrees in a day.
Yeah.
So I've not had the opportunity because I leave my AC in the window year round, and then before you turn it on, you got to clean it out. So I have to clean out my AC, and it literally just got too hot the other day. So I'm like, oh, I got to clean the AC out. I had an uncomfortable sleep last night. I was like,
Comfy.
No, uncomfy.
I mean, it's a comfortable sleep.
No, I had an uncomfortable sleep last night.
Uncomfortable.
Because it was fucking hot.
Yeah. We got the fans on.
My husband's a big man, and he throws off a lot of heat. So whatever you feel like for heat, magnify that by another 10 degrees, and that's how hot it was in my bed. And I'm not trying to say my bed is hot. Like, ooh, my bed is hot. Like, no.
Tab's the heat miser, too.
The heat miser? Oh, okay, I'll do that. I just had a little tickle. I'm good now.
Yep, no matter what, she's always hot.
Wow. I'm usually always cold.
Me too.
Ah.
I think I'd take after my mom.
My mom is always hot. And my dad is whatever temperature my mother says he is. Robert, you're cold. Am I?
Brr.
It's 85.
Okay.
Yep. No, he does the married guy. Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Fuck you, dear.
They argue. It's hilarious. You know, like when old people have been together for so long, and then they just argue. It's funny as hell.
You should record some of it.
I really should. It's funny on Sundays because my dad will like... My mom has trouble moving, so she'll be in the kitchen and she'll be barking orders at whoever, or then she'll be like, "Can you get me that pan? Give me that." Da, 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 da. But like my dad goes in there to help and she's like, "Bob, get out of the way." And he's like, "I'm trying to help." "No."
You can help by leaving. Get out of here.
That's kind of what she said. She's like, "You can help me by staying out of my way." And then he comes in the living room with me, just shaking his head, and I'm like, "See, it was safer in here, wasn't it?" "Yeah, it was. Sure, I'll go with you."
Told you shouldn't go in there.
Yeah. I don't go unless I'm called. Okay.
What?
Oh, no. I don't answer that way.
The fuck you want?
Okay, so I saw Infinity War this week.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to spoil it for people.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say I had a lot of feelings about it.
Mm.
But I was texting Joseph.
Hi, Joseph.
Hey, and
Yo, Joe.
I was like, because I was just like, "Oh, what did you think?" He was like, "Oh, it was good." It's like, I have feelings, strong feelings. So I just made like on my personal Facebook page, I just made frustrating texts about it. I'm like, all right.
So, in other words, you weren't thrilled or you weren't happy with it.
I liked it. I did like it. It's just that some things happened that I did not like. And now I have to wait a year for the resolution because the sequel comes out in May of 2019. I know.
You'll be here before you know it.
I hope so. Speaking of films, and because it is the day that it is, in a couple of weeks, Solo, the Solo movie comes out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Are you?
Yeah.
I am so on the fence about that movie. I need a really good preview to sway me one way or another. Because in the theater for Infinity War, they showed like a big preview of the Solo thing. That, and then they showed Deadpool, which will do well, I'm sure. And something else that I was like, what is that? But I was like, every time I see the Solo footage, I'm just like, I'm just shrugging and like, I don't know how to feel about it. See, I'm punching the mic. I didn't even watch Rogue One because I was just like, I don't know. And you know what? If they decide to disrespect Carrie Fisher and put fucking Meryl Streep as Princess Leia, I won't be going to see that one either. Seriously, no. Like, make it like she's off camping or something. Like, there was a sale at Kohl's and she had to go. She had coupons. She had to be there that day.
She's looking for deals.
She's out looking for deals. Anything other than, like, we've replaced her. Because that's just shitty.
Or at least find someone else. You got plenty of time to search. Cast.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about a recast.
So they're probably like just writing it right now.
I'm sure they are. Actually, I thought they were already writing it because I was under the impression when she passed away, they had finished filming, and then the director was like, "Oh, well, the next one was going to be."
Oh, mainly with her.
Yeah, I mean, he seemed to have
Centered around her.
He seemed to have a whole plot outline already.
Then it's like, oh, fuck.
This isn't gonna go well. So I think Disney is gonna own this year between the Marvel stuff and then the Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
Box office owning.
With the Solo one, I'm happy to see that they're gonna show us that card game or something that Solo wins the Falcon from Lando.
With the lucky dice?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see the lucky dice reference. And it's directed by Ron Howard. So you know Clint Howard's going to be in it.
God.
Oh, yeah. And he's already posted on Instagram.
That's the only way he gets jobs.
It is. He's posted on Instagram like...
Bro, they gotta put him in everything.
Yeah, he's like, you Clint fans are going to get, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, does Clint have fans? Really?
No.
Does he really?
No. His family. That's about it.
You know what? Good for him, because I have family and they are not my fans. They are not fans of mine.
Well,
So,
we know Ron supports him.
well, yeah. You gotta. Who else is gonna
Clint,
hire
want to get off the couch and just be in my movie? Okay.
I should show you a photo of what he looks like now. You wouldn't even recognize him.
I can look.
Oh. Well, just because Ron posted on Instagram not long ago, and he's like, hey, me and Clint and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's Clint. He gained some weight.
A lot of people that we watched over the years have.
I know.
It's kind of sad.
Well, it's messed up, too, because it's like you don't...
I just saw Christopher Lloyd on the recent episode of Roseanne.
Oh, yeah, he looks bad,
Oh,
huh?
Jesus. I know they probably embellished him a little more than he really is, but damn.
Did they? I don't think so. I think he's really looking like that.
Sad.
Yeah.
You go back and you watch him on Back to the Future, and I know that was like 89 and 85, but damn.
You know what's funny is, I was literally just talking about this the other day. Because I have... No, he don't look anything like that. Right there. That's what he looks like now. So...
Like a hobo.
He looks like a hobo. I was,
I wonder why he needs work.
Yeah. I have a secondary show, and we were talking about something that led us to Christopher Lloyd. And
Scott.
I don't remember how I got there. And then...
Mandalorian.
No. But then, Jay says to me, he said, isn't it amazing that he filmed Clue and Back to the Future, like, within a short space of each other? And I was like, did he really?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah. And I said, oh, because he looks so much older in Back to the Future. And then he, without pausing, he's like, well, that's makeup, Tara. And I went, no! Yes! And then I went on my rant about, because I like Back to the Future. It's a fine film.
Yes.
My issue with Back to the Future is they never addressed how Marty and Doc became friends.
True.
Why are they friends? How did they become friends? And what the fuck is his doctorate in? I want to know, because he's like a crazy mad scientist. He's got the mad scientist Albert Einstein hair.
Yes.
And his dog is named Einstein.
Yes.
And he just runs around and all frazzled. And even when they go to the past, to 1955, he looks old.
Yes.
He still looks old.
That hideous shirt.
So it's like, how old is this man? Why is he friends with a high school kid?
Yes, that's a big one.
And what is his doctorate in? It's not in time travel. What's your doctorate in? Because they call him Doc. So unless they call him Doc and that's like a nickname.
I'm thinking nickname.
Oh. Doc. Doesn't he call him like Dr. Emmett Brown? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't know. I want to know what his if you are out there and you know what Doc, quote unquote, Doc Brown's doctorate is in, I'd be happy to hear what you have to say. You can write us at the word #JustSayinPodcast @gmail.com. You know what? I will even go so far as to post that question on Instagram and Twitter. If you follow us on either of those places, comment. Or you can comment below on the YouTube video, because we filmed the YouTube video for the pod. See how I got I'm whoring. I got all the plugs out at the same time.
You whore.
Yep, for $1. Comment below.
Cheap.
Well, I kind of am. Comment below if you know what the doctorate is in, or why he and Marty are friends, because that was never addressed either. Mm-hmm. And I was like, so, because my husband, also, Jay, also is a big Back to the Future fan, and I was like, do they live down, like, next door to each other? And he goes, oh, no, they don't live anywhere near. I was like, well, then what the fuck? It's not like they were neighbors and he grew up with crazy neighbor Doc Brown.
Yeah, because you also have to remember that he lived in a mansion, which burned down.
Who did?
Doc.
Doc lived in a mansion.
Mm-hmm. When you watch the beginning of the first one, when they go around his garage or wherever, his house, I guess.
Yeah.
One of the things that you see around the pictures of, Einstein and all them.
No.
There's a picture of a brown mansion burned down or something like that. There's an article.
So he was a wealthy man.
Yes.
Oh.
He had a mansion, and they don't explain why. They just show that he owned a mansion, it was on fire, and now he lives in like a little garage.
What?
Next to BK.
What cartoon was that?
What?
I feel like it was a Bugs Bunny cartoon, where the character gets kind of hypnotized, and he's walking around and he goes, "My name is da-da-da-da-da, millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht." And that's like, I'm going to have to research that. But that's all I hear in my head is, my name is Elmer J. Fudd. And Elmer gets hypnotized for some reason, and that's what he runs around saying. And every time somebody talks to Elmer, that's what he says. My name is Elmer J. Fudd, millionaire. I owned a mansion and a yacht. What the fuck?
Wow.
Sorry. No, I take it back. I don't apologize. You will be walking around saying that yourself.
Now the funny thing is,
Elmer J. Fudd, millionaire.
we don't know why he's called Doc.
We don't.
We don't know what his degree was, but when you go over to Ghostbusters, we know what Venkman is. It's said right there for us. Peck says, "What are you a doctor of, anyway?" Well, I have PhDs in parapsychology and psychology.
Ah.
I see. And now you catch ghosts. Yes. And how many ghosts have you caught, Mr. Venkman?
8.
I'm not at liberty to say.
As many as the petty cash will allow me to.
Yeah. But there, we're told what he's a doctor of.
You know what? I just like a little bit of backstory. Pepper in a little bit of backstory, and I can understand the character more. Don't just lead me to accept that he's a doctor and not tell me what he's a doctor of.
I want to think maybe Marty just came up with Doc because he's a scientist.
Well,
Could be a little nickname he came up with while hanging out with them.
why were they hanging out? I have the exact same issue with Fonzie
Hey.
hanging out with the high school kids, which I believe is the same.
He wants first run.
Which is the same reason Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused was hanging around the high school guys. All right. Just for perverted reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway. Oh my goodness. Do we have anything? What do we have? We have stuff, right? Stuff for the people?
You got notes.
I have notes. I'm gonna crack these open in a minute. But
I really didn't have a chance to make notes.
Sean doesn't have any notes this week?
I actually had some work to take care of at work.
Piss on my shoe. Sean actually had work to do at work.
Like today, I had to deal with 2 different restraining orders, and that took a while, and I only did a half day today.
Bastards need to be restrained.
Yep, one of them was actually there in the lobby.
Ooh, that's awkward.
No.
No?
No.
He's like, wasn't awkward for me.
The order was issued last week, and he was never given a copy, and he just shows up and says that he's here to get served this copy. So I had to call the other court. It wasn't Quincy. I had to call the other court. I had to wait about 20 minutes for them to get a copy, have the judge sign it and all that.
Yeah.
Then I had to enter in the system for service and have an officer out front go serve him.
Wow, that's a process, huh?
So that guy probably thought he was coming in for 5 minutes, and he left like 40 minutes later.
That's rough.
And then, here's the funny part.
Oh, there's a funny part.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
The fact... Well, I can't hear myself now. What the...
Oh, just Keep talking. Keep talking, I'll fiddle.
There you go.
Alright.
So the copy that they sent over expires today. So he got served on the expiration date.
Oh, goody.
And then after he left, a little while later, they got the order extended and they sent me a copy, and now we had to go serve him at his house. I don't know why they couldn't just send us the extended copy. The fuck? I had to go through all that crap again.
I am sorry to hear that.
So I didn't even get to look for stuff to print out. I tried yesterday. I didn't see anything amusing to talk about.
Didn't see anything amusing?
No.
Well, fuck.
I always know that you... Actually, I do got one thing.
Yeah, you got one thing.
One of our listeners gave me an anesthesia story from last week.
Oh, boy.
Because she's awesome like that. Because I keep, week after week, I keep asking, give us your stories. Give us your stories relating to situations like these that you find and print out, which are hilarious. And it seems like no one does. She did.
Ha-ha.
And I'm going to read 2 of them to you.
Okay.
When I had my tubes tied, I had just come out of anesthesia and the male nurse was going over my instructions. My mother and BF were in the room, so he was quietly trying to tell me I couldn't have sex for 6 weeks. And I looked at him and said, so I guess you and I can't hook up.
Oh, dear.
My BF got a kick out of that. Then I had to get dressed, so it was just me and my BF in the room. I looked down and realized they had glued my belly button shut from the incision.
Ooh.
I was so freaked out I started crying and telling my BF if he didn't love me anymore because it was glued shut, I would understand if he broke up with me.
All I keep thinking of is like, that would be kind of cool, because it'd be like your belly button is constantly winking at you.
Yep.
My belly button's winking at me. We share a secret.
By the way, it's totally fine now.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go.
And her other one is, I had major kidney surgery 5 years ago. And I had a really hot yeah.
Get on track, Sean.
Well, it says had, but she meant hard. I had a really hard time coming out of anesthesia. My mother and my best friend and my friend Pam were all there when they were bringing me up to my room. My mother. I want to start over.
All right, hang on a second.
Yeah, that's good. Works out for you.
Huh?
That works for you. You get the cough. I want to edit that whole fucking section.
That's the plan.
Okay?
I hear nothing.
Me too. There we go.
Woo!
The other
Hot
one.
in here.
I had major kidney surgery 5 years ago, and I had a really hard time coming out of anesthesia. My mother, my best friend, and my other friend were all there when they were bringing me up to my room. My mother kept talking to me, and I told her to shut up, or I'll have James slap you in the face with his dick. By the way, James is my best friend's BF.
Oh.
Yep, I didn't remember that. Oops.
You're about to get dick slapped. James is on it.
Threatening your mom with someone else's dick. You gotta be under the influence of that anesthesia.
Yeah. A couple years ago, my dad had to have a piece of... He had like a colon cancer thing. He had to have a piece of his colon taken out, his intestine. And we were out at the hospital, and then they were wheeling him into the room. So he was kind of like groggy. He was waking up. And he looked around the room, and he's like, hey, what's new? And I was like, nothing. Just hanging around here, waiting on you. And he's like, okay, cool. And then like 10 minutes later, he looks at me and he goes, hey, what's new? I was like, same shit as when you asked me 10 minutes ago. And this went on for like an hour. He kept asking me what was new. I just kept making up shit.
I was gonna say, you should have.
I'm like, I don't know. Shatner's dead. Oh, he sucks.
Good. Fuck him.
He's a dick anyway. All I remember from, so I had my gallbladder out, and I just remember, like, waking up, and,
That's always good.
yeah, I remember waking up, and they were like, hey, and they said something to me, and I was like, listen, I want to go home. And she goes, we can't let you go home yet, and I'm like, why? She's like, you have to go to the bathroom, and we have to see you eat something, and I'm like, oh, then just give me something. And I argued with her for a minute, and finally we agreed on, like, wheat toast, which I fucking hate, and ginger ale, because I hate water. And she was like...
No flavor in water.
Yeah. And she's like, you do those two things and go to the bathroom, you can leave. I'm like, it's going to happen then. So I, like, chewed down shitty-ass wheat toast. At least I had the decency to put a little butter on it. I was like,
goodness.
oh, well, at least I got some butter out of this. It's about the only thing with flavor on this fucking toast. I'm a purist. I like white bread. My husband's the wheat toast guy. We differ in toast. It's one of the things that's a drag about our relationship.
I've always had white toast growing up. Now I'll have either.
Really?
Yep.
I just can't deal with wheat toast. I can't. And
You don't have to.
And it's sad. It's like,
It's okay.
no, it's not, Sean.
You don't
because
have to.
you know what happens? If I get out of work and I feel like I would love a grilled cheese sandwich, sometimes you want a grilled cheese fucking delicious. Don't tell me it's not, you're a liar.
Oh, no.
There you go. So,
Second hat.
that's right. So you want a grilled cheese. If I want a grilled cheese, I have to go to the store and actually buy my own loaf of bread because the shitty wheat bread we have at home is no good for grilled cheese. You can't have grilled cheese on wheat bread. It sucks.
You gotta go get a loaf of bread, container of milk,
And
and
a stick of butter.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wish I could remember how I was when I had my appendix taken out.
Yeah.
I don't recall saying anything funny or whatever. I'd love to see a recording of that day, though. Not like surveillance cameras or anything, if there was any. So I wish I had a funny thing for that, but I don't.
I'm sorry. Well, hey.
But I would like to say thank you to my friend for giving me that story to say. She's the only nice one that gives a shit.
Sean.
Answers my plea of my monthly pleas.
You guys, please send Sean some email. So I posted up the promo videos that we've been shooting, some promo videos to throw up on Instagram and Facebook. And usually I just call it begging. I'm like, this is us begging for you to watch our
I
show.
saw her get a like, I think yesterday.
Yeah, they get some likes. That's cool.
A little comment saying it's hilarious.
Yeah. Damn right.
I
don't know if this is worth mentioning, actually. Do you want to mention this? I don't know. Okay, alright, you know what? Here's what I'm going to say about this.
Okay.
Because this is the Simpsons are in trouble.
After all these years.
They've only been on for 40 fucking years. And people are angry at the Apu character.
Because they have no lives and nothing else to do but bitch about something a cartoon show.
Here's the thing. If this character...
I said
If this character is so horrible, why did it take 34 years to say it? Where was the outrage 30 years ago?
Not there.
Thank you.
A lot of people today are just so uptight with a stick up their ass for no reason about the stupidest shit ever.
I hate what I call fad outrage. It's becoming a fad to be outraged about something. And it's kind of strange. And I mean, it's a fucking cartoon.
What have we said before many times? The easiest thing these people can fucking do.
Don't watch it.
Yeah. You don't like it?
Don't watch it. Don't watch it. And poor Hank Azaria, I didn't read this article, but
I didn't get to either, and I printed it out.
But I actually, no, because I did.
Aw. Sad face.
Yeah, it's got a sad face. He should, but I did.
I was happy.
I did read something similar, and basically he said that if the people decide, and if Matt Groening and the Simpsons producers decide to get rid of the character, he will absolutely not do it anymore. He'll step down. It's not a problem. He understands. And I'm like, well, what the fuck else is he supposed to say? You know, because people were like, yeah, Hank, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what do you want him to say? You want him to go on TV and be like, no, I'm going to do it and call you at home and do it in your phone. Like, what? And I want to know...
Thank you, come again.
And, see, that, yeah. So, but my thing is that, and once again, I didn't read this, but I did read a similar article. They don't say who is offended.
Oh, they won't.
No, because my thing is that if it's actual Indian people that Apu represents, if they're offended, then that's one thing.
That's understandable.
But if it's a group of people that's offended on their behalf, that's something else.
Or has no life and nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm. I say all the time, you absolutely have the right to be offended, but you don't have the right to tell other people to be offended by what you're offended by.
Yes.
Well
go. Said.
Thank you. Sometimes I'm articulate.
Well played. Well played, chap.
Well played, chap. What the fuck? Who's your haberdasher? Ah, good on you. Right. Good day, sir. I said good day. Jesus. Okay, so that brings us to now.
This is now.
This is now.
Everything happening now.
All right. So what I have for you, good folks, that you will laugh your toupee off.
Especially you good folks who actually send me stuff to read. Very, very appreciative.
And this may apply to you. Once again, if it's something you can relate to,
you can let us know.
Comment, email. Once again, the email is with the word #JustSayinPodcast @gmail.com. If you're listening on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher, oh, I'm sorry.
You're so quick.
I'm sorry. I'll do it again. iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher. I'll have the email in the description of the episode.
And there's an email button on our Facebook page, too.
So you literally just have to click. It's a click. I think you can handle it. I think. So
if you can double-click one thing, you can double-click this.
Double-click this. I'm going to take a quick thing because... Oh, get it in.
We're preparing.
Do not... this is a beverage warning. Maybe don't be drinking when this is happening. But here we go. What funny things have you said in your sleep? Just some sleep talking, sleepwalking for you. Because my husband actually, he doesn't really talk in his sleep, but one time we had like a whole conversation while he was sleeping. And I was like, I said something to him and I was like, what the hell's the matter with you? He's like, oh, I adjusted, he has a CPAP mask. Mm-hmm. So I adjusted his CPAP mask and he goes, thank you. And I said, you're very welcome. And he goes, I couldn't do it. And I'm like, why? And he goes, I was so scared. And I was like, what? What are you scared of? And he's like, it was scary. It's like, okay. Okay. It's fine now. Thank you. Yeah.
I wish I had something to contribute, but...
Your wife doesn't talk in her sleep?
No.
No?
I used to be so quiet when I slept.
No?
My mother sometimes wasn't sure if I was even breathing.
Oh, Jesus! Put a mirror under his nose.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And I think I make sounds and noises.
No?
But it's not actual clear sentences or anything I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a couple times where Tab said I sound like that, but usually I'm just snoring.
I have been known to laugh in my sleep.
Ha!
No, like, ha ha! Like, wholehearted laughing.
Sounds like you're winning.
And, like, giggling. Jay's like, you were giggling in your sleep last night. Like, oh, maybe I was getting tickled. You don't know my dreams. My dream is to get tickled. It is not, by the way. Do not tickle me if you see me on the street. Okay.
Tickle by Colson.
Tickle my Colson. I'll take it. What funny things have you said in your sleep? Here we go. My girlfriend told me I sat up in the middle of the night and said, "Preachin' ain't teaching," and fell back asleep.
Amen. Preach.
Preachin' ain't teaching. I love it. Once in college, my roommate told me I said, "Nice belt buckle, hobo," followed by a really shitty, condescending laugh. Nice belt buckle, hobo.
Is he walking underneath an overpass or something in his dream?
I don't know. Who calls somebody a hobo?
Didn't I just call Clint Howard one?
You did! Oh my god, you did!
Ta-da!
Oh, wow.
What?
It's a hobo kind of night. H-O-B-O. Just so you know. One night, shortly after we were married, my wife said I was talking in my sleep. I said, "Don't take my 1-in-1 screwdriver. It's part of a set." I have no idea what I was talking about. But he didn't want that screwdriver touched.
He just tied the knot, now he's claiming his shit.
It's my screwdriver.
When she touches that, he's gonna stab her with it.
It's part of a set.
Bitch!
When my younger brother was around 12 and I was in my mid-20s, I came home from a night out. He was sleeping on the couch. He stood up, looked at me, said very forcefully, "Stop wasting the science." And then he whispered, "Keep it safe." Don't waste the science. Keep it safe.
Great Scott.
Wife told me I woke up and pointed at the corner of the room and said, "Better get that boy some cowboy boots."
Yeah!
Fucking seriously?
I would have loved to see that on video.
Get that boy some cowboy boots. Oh, God. Not me, but my wife said, "I love you, no matter how many little kids you send into the bathroom." What the fuck? What is your masturbation schedule? How many kids you send into the bathroom?
Sounds like a litter.
One that sticks out in my mind is my boyfriend sitting up in bed and ever so slowly giving me a thumbs up and then going back to sleep.
Hey.
Okay, I was sleeping over at my boyfriend's apartment, and in the middle of the night, he rolled over towards me and loudly said, "You shut your fucking mouth." I guess the volume of his own voice made him wake up, because he looked over at me and noticed the look of scared confusion on my face. He just calmly told me, "Don't worry, I was sticking up for you," and fell back asleep. Well, that's creepy romantic.
Explain later.
Explain how. My boyfriend sleepwalks to the kitchen to get a snack almost every night.
Yum.
During the day, he is a very loving person, but when he is asleep, he can be a real asshole. Shortly after I moved in with him, we were asleep in bed, and I, having woke up for some reason, rolled over to him. This apparently startled him, so he violently threw my arm off and dramatically sat up on the side of the bed. He sat there fuming for a minute before standing up, stomping out of the room, and I asked him, "Where are you going?" And he screamed at me from down the hall, "Don't you fucking ask me that." A few minutes later, he returned to bed and went back to sleep, angrily chewing a mouthful of cinnamon roll. I'll cough too. Oh, that's hate eating.
Oh.
It's like, oh,
I bet the cinnamon roll was yummy.
eating your feelings.
Eat it.
Not me, but my husband. A few years ago, I had a horrible yeast infection. Whoa, that's personal. Oh, the pain. I woke up in the middle of the night and was nearly in tears. Tried to wake up my husband so he could share in my misery. Okay, that never works, by the way. When I told him how badly it hurt, he said, "Try opening it in Flash," and rolled over and went back to sleep.
Well, wearing a trench coat or something? Woo!
Oh, I think he's a graphics guy or something. Adobe Flash? My dad was asking me through the door this morning if I wanted to go to the city with him. I've been told the conversation went like this. Dad, I'm leaving now. You want to come along or need anything? Me. Get inflatable toads. Dad, what? Me, inflatable toads. You step on them and they blow up. It's easy. Then he went and, bless him, asked my mom if I was really asking for inflatable toads. Inflatable toads.
Ribbit.
My 2-year-old son has on more than one occasion said, I know your secrets. Fortunately, my husband recognized it as a line from Scooby-Doo. I was about to disown this creepy kid. I know your secrets. My husband rolled over while dead asleep, snuggled me, and said, you are the burning ember in the jungles of my night. Oh! Alright, all the single people, feel free to use that on your Tinder profile. You are the burning ember. You can be the burning ember in the jungle of my night.
Oh.
I might say that to my husband later.
Tell me the outcome.
I shall. He'll probably look at me with a raised eyebrow, like, what the heck? And the very next word I can guarantee he would say, does this mean I get sex?
Honey, you what?
I woke up in the middle of the night to my wife struggling to get out of bed. I asked her what was going on, and she replied with, I need to press the button. I could tell she was still half asleep, so I said, come back to bed. I already pressed the button for you. She then said, in a very condescending tone, you don't even know how. Yeah. You don't know how. My ex-girlfriend once told me I sat up in bed, asked her, where the fuck is all the money? Stared at her blankly for a second and then said, oh, right, the bank.
That's a good place for it.
And fell back asleep. I was watching TV once and I heard my stepdad in the other room yell in his sleep, I don't want your shitty Timbits. Timbits, by the way, are donut holes sold at Tim Hortons. He's dreaming about donut holes. Timbits. Oh, you're very brave. Okay. My girlfriend told me that a few weeks ago, in my sleep, I said, there's a hidden meaning in Bambi. His mom's an alcoholic. Why would you say that about Bambi's mom?
That sounds random.
What proof do you have to back up that hypothesis? His mom is an alcoholic. Apparently, as my dad was walking past my room one night, he opened my door and overheard me saying very loudly, well, sometimes you just gotta bang Grandma. I have absolutely no clue why I would have said that. I don't know either.
Get ready, Grandma.
Oh, freshman dorms. I sat up and yelled, I'm just here trying to get a motherfucking scholarship. I don't know. Wouldn't you need the scholarship before school?
Yes.
While my boyfriend was working late at night at his desk next to our bed, I woke up and stated, I offer you sexual favors, sir, and that is all. There you go.
Well, I think it's break time. Get back to this later. Honey. Giggity, giggity.
And that is all. Wife was trying to wake me up one morning after a good night of boozing, and I rolled over and said no. Then calmly followed it up with, it's a B-rated movie with Mario Van Peebles. What?
Rated B.
It's a B-rated movie. Who the fuck? I haven't thought of Mario Van Peebles in years. Jesus. I woke up once and said, you don't want to make Skeletor angry. That's some true shit. You don't want to make Skeletor angry.
Wow.
That's some true shit.
Meow, hey, meow.
Meh. Meh. I used to sleepwalk when I was younger. I walked into my parents' room one night and started rifling through their dresser, throwing things on the floor, frantically searching for something. My dad finally wakes up and in his drowsiness asks me, "What the hell are you doing? Are you looking for something?" I replied, "I'm looking for my sexy flower." I don't know what that is. I hope you found it.
A sexy flower.
Sexy flower. My boyfriend frequently talks in his sleep, and I write whatever he says down so I don't forget it.
Good, give us more.
And he remembers it he never remembers it in the morning. Here's a few gems.
Oh, good.
I want you to call me Hank Venom. Whiskey sounds like something you would feed to cats. Because they have whiskers.
So do cats.
Yeah. I love you as much as a bald eagle flies over a mountain. What do you think about sweater vests on guys? Independent or dependent colors? I don't know what an independent or dependent color is. My friend was sleepwalking, which actually ended up being terrifying because he was beating the bus seat to death and eyeing the emergency exit with a killer bloodshot eyes while going 60 miles an hour down the highway on a bus. Honestly, I thought he was possessed. Then he yelled out, "You know the goddamn rules. No fucking Swedish fish in the fucking gym." You don't play about Swedish fish.
Those are good.
They can be, yeah.
I love them, especially when they're like fresh and soft.
Oh,
That's
nice.
the best.
Yeah, you don't want difficult
That's
Swedish
the
fish.
best.
Indeed. If I fall asleep on the couch and I'm woken up to go to bed, I will frequently sleepwalk. One time I did this, and as my girlfriend was leading me to the bedroom, I made a sharp right turn to the bathroom. She told me it was time for bed, and I responded, "No, it's time to explore."
Grab your things, let's go.
Yep. It's just because I'm laughing. It's time to explore. Wife once sat up and proclaimed to me, "This is awful. There's pudding all over everyone." I told her that she was still asleep and to go back to bed. She insisted she was awake and that there was pudding everywhere. She fell back to sleep and didn't recall any of the conversation with me. It's pudding. Why is everyone wearing pudding?
What are you talking about? Why would I say there's pudding everywhere? That's what they probably heard the next day.
Wife wakes me up, grabs me by the throat, and yells, "Don't poop in the bed." That's just a good rule of thumb. You don't want to poop in bed. Why do all of our stories usually end up with poop? Seriously.
Oh, that's very shitty.
I don't know. I once said, "I don't fuck with Paisley." I never did like that pattern. Fair enough. Woke up. What? Oh, wife told me I woke up yelling, "The clown has no penis."
Is this a Star Trek reference? Con?
I don't know. The clown? I don't know.
You said con, right?
I said clown.
Clown. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you said con.
No, clown. Sorry, the clown has no penis. Good.
Oh, must be a sad clown.
He is a sad clown. A friend and his wife were laying in bed. He was asleep and she was reading. Suddenly, he farts loud enough to startle the sleeping dog. Immediately sits up straight in bed and yells, "Not on my watch," before laying back down and going right back to sleep. Not on my watch. My significant other regularly giggles in his sleep. Not a normal giggle, but a Tigger from Winnie the Pooh giggle. I'm a light sleeper and I'll be dozing off and all of a sudden, that's bizarre.
See, more poo.
Yeah, Pooh. The return of Pooh. My partner held a full conversation with me about anal sex while he was asleep, including a choice quote, "I don't want to prolapse your anus. I've seen too many of those." What life are you living?
Proctologist.
I hope so. My mom told me once I said, don't go to that party, R2-D2, they have spaghetti. It'll mess up your circuits.
Perfect day to say that one.
Why he was very concerned about the spaghetti in R2. Here's a small collection from my boyfriend. Once yelled out, laundry's here. What, honey? The laundry's here. Weren't you listening? Once yelled out, will I ever get this answer out of you? Yelled out, don't touch my gingerbread house again, Mom, and I mean it. With a really big, exasperated sigh, followed by, pants with buttons are gross. He once rolled over and started patting my face gently and yelled, small. He once rolled over and asked, are your balls sweaty too? I don't have balls, honey. I knew it!
The last one made me think about the anesthesia that we said last year.
Yeah?
That, he leaned over and started patting the doctor.
Oh, the doctor's butt?
Yeah.
One of the
See? Listen to last week's if you haven't yet.
That's a good episode. One of the first nights I spent with my significant other, he rolled over in the middle of the night and said, I want homemade guacamole made by you. And I said, okay, I can do that. And he went back to sleep. He remembered nothing. What about like the next day if you served him the guacamole that you made? He's like, what the fuck is this? You asked for it. My mom, after falling asleep on the couch, will need to find a replacement. I asked her for what? She said, your sister. It's not working out. She needs to go.
You know which one's not the favorite?
No. According to my friends, I talk at a normal volume like when I'm awake. Here's a couple of the things that I've said. Laser beams are fucking awesome. And I will eat your unhappiness. The last one actually woke me up, but I didn't realize it was me, and I asked, who said that? Was still awake working when my boyfriend sleep-talked, I'm going to father the kittens.
God, we have weird dreams.
Yes, we do. Ex-wife once screamed, but the tacos aren't free, motherfucker. Then another time said, the cat's pepperoni slid off the tree. I repeat, the cat's pepperoni has slid off the tree.
Sounds like she's putting APB on that.
She is. My dad was coming out of surgery, sat up, pointed at my mom, and said, after I get rid of her, I'm going to clown school. Then he laid back down and went to sleep. After this divorce is final, I'm living out my dreams.
You can picture the look on her face.
Oh, Daisy.
Shit.
Oh. Was traveling to Australia with my girlfriend. She chuckled and said, it's so simple. We get the koalas to do the washing up. What? Are you murdering someone and making the koalas wash up?
Yes.
As related to me by an amused, bemused wife, I was apparently having a work-related discussion while I was asleep, and at one point said, to the whiteboard! And then promptly started snoring again.
Was he in class or something?
Work.
Oh.
Work. I was getting dressed in my shared room with my sister, and she's asleep. Just as I'm getting ready to leave, she goes, I love it when you call me Big Papa. So obviously I threw my hands in the air as I am a true player. From my wife, half asleep, replying to a question from me about where something was. I didn't eat your fucking jeans.
I hope not.
Dungarees!
Yum.
People say some weird shit while they're sleeping. Thankfully.
I know of another good one too.
Oh, what's your good one?
Guy and his wife are sleeping in the bed,
No?
and he says, give me all the fries. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Jonathan Witherspoon on Friday.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It is so fucking hot in here.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I'm sweating.
As am I. As am I. It's like so hot it's distracting.
It is.
I'm sorry.
I don't even feel like my normal self.
Well, who do you feel like?
I don't know.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I don't feel like me. I don't know.
Oh.
So,
Does anybody out there have any of these happen with them that you want to share? Send it to us.
you can.
Please.
For free.
It is free.
For free.
And we'll say it on the air. On the next show.
Yes. I'm
You?
distraught
Okay.
because tomorrow
It's Saturday.
is Saturday.
And the weather's going to start dropping on the cooler side.
Oh, good. Well, I fucked up last week. I had a list of shit I was supposed to do. And I did nothing.
Because your video game took that away.
It's not that... It wasn't just like the video game took it away. It was that I hadn't slept well all week.
Mm-hmm.
So... my body was just like, hey, remember how you didn't really sleep last week? Yeah, we're going to do all that today.
Yeah, I want to catch up on that.
Yeah, we're
Play on it.
gonna need to catch up on that. So that was what I did. And then I tried to get outside because it was a beautiful day last Saturday. So I cleaned out my car and it's not like my car's really a mess, but I was just like I detailed my car and wiped it all down, made it purty. And I wanted to mow the lawn. I really need to mow my lawn.
So I was going to say, since when do you want to mow the lawn?
I never want to mow my lawn.
I never
Especially,
hear you say that you want to do that.
I don't want to, ever. What I want to do is see my husband on the riding mower. That's what I want to do.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
I won't get to see that, but I want to see it. Now, in a week or two, whenever I can, well, hopefully not. Whenever, as soon as I can get the materials, my nephew is going to help. I know it's sweaty. My nephew is going to help me finalize
The fence.
my fence because my fence is falling again. And I asked him if he would help, and he said, "Yep, just get the materials." And there's going to be a jackhammer involved.
Ooh, jacking off.
So I know I'll be jacking off in my backyard, and I'm very excited about that. And I want to see if he's going to let me play with the jackhammer a little bit.
She's going to jack off for the first time.
No, well, yeah. And then I was like, I want to play with the jackhammer a little bit.
I feel like that's not going to go well.
Do you? Yeah, that's because you know me.
Yes.
I can tell you right now, it will go horrible.
You're going to start. The thing's going to get out of control on you within 3 seconds. You're going to be like, nope, I'm done. Take it. Nope. I'll be over here. You do it.
That's pretty much how I envision it going as well. And then he goes, well, because we have to dig, the posts were originally cemented in. So it's like we have to dig deeper and then get the old cement out. So we're going to have to break up the cement and then get it out of there. So he goes, I'll just bring my jackhammer, we'll break up the cement.
Mm-hmm.
He said, or maybe you could rent I don't know the machine that he told me I could rent. But I was like, oh, that sounds cool. And I was like, you know how to use that? And he's like, probably.
One of those little small machines with a claw in the front?
Probably.
You can kind of dig right into the ground
I
and
think,
scoop it up.
I think maybe.
Those look fun.
I think they look fun too. And I was like, how much is that? And Sean's trying to look out the window, so he's hitting the mic. So
My
he
headphones
goes,
just bounced off the mic.
so he goes, oh, like $40, $45 or whatever. And I was like, oh, that might be worth it for a day of fun. So I said, I might do that. And then he was talking about the jackhammer and stuff, and I was like, ooh. Because I've never used a jackhammer before, and I was like, maybe I can use a jackhammer. So that'll be fun. But, I mean...
If you need anything shaken up, that's a good time to do it. Here, hold this.
I know. But here's the thing. It's like, in order to do that, like, my lawn is atrocious. Like, I need to mow the lawn and get that taken care of. So, without my prompting, because my mower stopped working last year. I think the battery's dead. So I mentioned something to Jay at like last week about, because he has all these gadgets. So I was like, do you have something you check the battery voltage? And he's like, I sure do.
Naturally.
He's got a voltage meter. Of course he does. So I said, well, when you had a free minute, go outside and...
if you got some free money, give it to me.
I would love free money. I said, so if you get a free minute, you go outside and look at the lawnmower and see the voltage and stuff. So he's like, okay. So I think he thought I was angry with him last night. Because I got 2 rounds of, are you mad at me? And I was like, nope. Like, I really wasn't. I was tired and frustrated at the fact that I was tired. You ever been so tired?
I'm tired of being tired, damn it.
Yeah. Has anybody else, have you guys ever felt so tired you're frustrated that you're tired?
Or just put you in a mood.
It put me in a funk, I'm telling you. I was like, and it hit me at like...
Get off me.
Yeah, well, no, and it hit me at like...
Bricks.
Actually, about 15 minutes before he got home. So that's bad timing for him.
Yes.
So I was like, ugh,
I'm like, honey, you want to go back out and come back in later?
Yeah. It is so fucking hot in here. So...
Maybe within the week we'll get a little fan for this room.
Well, I'm going to have the AC going, probably at least by tomorrow, if not by later tonight before I go to bed. So I'm not going to be able to sleep in this.
No.
It's like 80 degrees in here. I'm sweltering.
Yes.
So, anyway,
That's why I don't feel like me tonight.
So he goes, "Are you like mad at me?" He's like, "Nope." And then I just like, after a few minutes of like no talking, I just got up and I went to bed. And he like came to the bedroom all tentatively, like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing is wrong. I literally just want to go to sleep."
Eventually that gets annoying though.
It can. And you know what? I have a friend who... Good
for you.
I know. Who used to do that
Always nice to have a friend.
He used to do that a lot. Like, if I didn't talk to him within a certain amount of time, I get a text like, "Are you mad at me?" It's like, no, I'm a very busy person.
You talk to me more, you'd know.
I know. I was like, I'm not mad. What do I have to be mad about? What have you done? It's usually my answer. So anyway, without any prompting at all, and because I think he thought I was angry at him, he went out to the shed this morning and checked out the lawnmower, and he's like, "Yeah, the battery's it should be at 12 volts, and you're at like 6." And I said, "Oh, so half." And half. And then he goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna set it on the charger and stuff, and hopefully that'll do it." So if it works and the mower actually works tomorrow, I'm gonna mow my lawn. As long as it's not fucking raining.
Well, let me see. According to my phone,
Yeah.
Saturday, partly sunny,
Yeah.
high is 75, low of 53.
Oh dear. Well,
Sunday, mostly cloudy with rain,
of course.
63,
Yeah.
low of 47.
Yeah. Fun. Okay, so this is the best-selling albums of all time. So let's see.
Thriller.
There's 50. All right, let's get through them.
Thriller.
Number 50. I'm sure filler. I'm sure there's filler in here, Sean. Fuck the filler. I'm sure Thriller is in there somewhere. Number 50. Phil Collins. No Jacket Required. And I'm not gonna bother to say the units. You know they sold a lot. It's number 50. We'll move on. No Jacket Required. That's a good album, by the way. Number 49. Matchbox 20. Yourself or Someone Like You. Number 48, Led Zeppelin, Led Zeppelin 2. You know what pisses me off about Led Zeppelin?
What?
They name all their albums Led Zeppelin. It's Led Zeppelin 1, Led Zeppelin 2, Led Zeppelin 3. And then, like,
It's all
okay.
those drugs.
Yeah, and I'm not somebody who enjoys Roman numerals. I don't enjoy Roman numerals at all.
I and V. Oh, that's 4. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have to think about it. And they Roman numerals all the fucking place. Number 47, Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers' Greatest Hits. I think it's sad he had to do Greatest Hits to get a best-selling album. Number 46, Kenny G, Breathless.
I used to love that.
Kenny G?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I used to listen to him all the time just to put me to sleep.
I can see that. I can see where that would do that.
Great music to put you to sleep.
It's like a Bob Ross thing.
Yep. You want to just relax and just fall asleep? Put some
Nice.
Kenny G on. Works.
Throw on that Kenny G.
Especially if you have headphones on.
Is it better with headphones?
If you're home alone, then you don't need headphones.
Oh, all right.
If anyone else is there in the house with you, I'd say put headphones on.
I was going to say, and they don't enjoy Kenny G, be sure to put the headphones on.
Yeah, sure.
Number 45, Jewel, Pieces of You.
Which piece? Jigsaw's?
The good piece. The piece that goes at the hydrant. Number 44, Dixie Chicks, Wide Open Spaces. Number 43, Def Leppard, Hysteria, which is their best fucking album.
Wasn't triggering me.
That has two different intros. Just saying.
One of them sucks.
It does. It does. Number 42, Boys to Men 2. How was that 42? That was a huge album.
Yes.
It was huge. Huge. Number 41, Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. That's disgusting. Number 40, Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston. Number 39, Prince and the Revolution, Purple Rain. Purple Rain.
Yes. My favorite.
It is a good album.
A great album. Talk about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry, sir.
Especially the remastered one that was reissued last year. Yeah.
Number 38, Pearl Jam 10. Number 37, Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band live 1975 to 85.
Born in the USA.
Indeed. Number 36, Backstreet Boys, Millennium. Ugh. Sorry. I couldn't hold that one back. Number 35, Steve Miller Band, Greatest Hits 74 to 78.
Another GH album.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of greatest hits on here. Number 34, Simon & Garfunkel. Simon & Garfunkel's greatest hits.
Ta-da!
33, Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell.
I like the second one.
Bat Out of Hell too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yes.
Number 32, Garth Brooks, Rope in the Wind. Number 31, Britney Spears, Baby One More Time.
That was huge for her.
That was. I think that's her biggest album. I don't follow Britney, so I'm going to go ahead and say that's her biggest album. Number 30, Adele, 21. Number 29, Backstreet Boys. Backstreet Boys. Number 28, The Beatles. The Beatles, 62 to 66. Number 27, Santana, Supernatural.
Tab likes that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Number 26, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Good album. Number 25, Journey, Greatest Hits. Number 24, Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. Woo. Number 23, Bob Marley and the Wailers, Legend, which is basically Greatest Hits.
Ta-da.
Number 22, Bee Gees, Saturday Night Fever soundtrack.
Yeah.
Fever
Not
Night
one of my faves.
Fever. Tragedy. I don't think that's on there. I just like that.
Tragedy.
I like when they sing that. Tragedy. Tragedy. It's fine. You're like, oh wow, what is happening? It's a tragedy. I get it.
Oh, but sometimes it sounds like a song that makes you just want to go destroy stuff.
It's Officer, it was the song. I didn't want to burn down this thing.
I don't want to take a sledgehammer to this office.
It's a tragedy. Number 21, Metallica. Metallica?
Yeah,
Is that the Black Album? Okay.
I want to say yes.
Okay.
And it should be.
Yeah, that was the big album. I have that album.
You do?
Yeah, and I don't even deal with Metallica a lot. Number 20, Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti. Like one of the only albums that's not called Led Zeppelin. Number 19, Hootie and the Blowfish, Crack
Hooters.
Review.
Hooters.
Hootie!
Hooters.
Number 18, Eagles, Hotel California.
Yes. Good.
Yes. Number 17, Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. That album was huge for her.
Mm-hmm.
Number 16, Whitney Houston, The Bodyguard soundtrack.
That was huge for her.
Yes, it was. Off a Dolly Parton song.
True.
That's right. Number 15, The Beatles. The Beatles, 67 to 70. Fair enough. Number 14, Garth Brooks, No Fences. Number 13, Elton John's Greatest Hits.
Yeah. If you don't fix yours, sons, give me no fences.
I got no fences too. I completely understand. Number 12, Boston. Boston.
That's us.
That's right.
Sort of.
Alright, here we go. Number 11, I'm going to say the name of the band, you tell me the album. Just on this one, because I know you'll get it.
You sure?
Yes. Number 11, Guns N' Roses.
Welcome to the jungle.
Well, yeah, but what album is that?
Uh,
Oh, fuck, I stumped him.
yeah.
I thought you'd get that right away.
I have the album. Appetite for Destruction?
Yes!
Yes.
Good job.
I haven't listened to it in a long time.
Number 10, The Beatles. The Beatles' White Album. Number 9, Shania Twain, Come On Over. Number 8, Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. That's actually a good album. That's a good album,
That's
but...
rumored to be a good album.
That's a good album, but so fucked up. It is... Okay. Because
Elaborate.
Alright, I will. Because my husband and I go back close. He's not a big Fleetwood Mac fan, and I'm not either, but I like some of their hits. Fleetwood Mac, the Rumors album, is so fucked up because at that time they were all like sleeping with each other. But like
Keep it in the band.
Lindsey Buckingham was dating Stevie Nicks and they broke up. Yes, and then they broke up. And then Christy McVie was married to the other fucking guy, John or whatever, and they were in the process of separating, and he was fucking with Stevie Nicks, I think. And she was messing with Mick Fleetwood, I think. So it's like they were all kind of sleeping.
One big orgy.
Yeah, they were all kind of sleeping with each other. And I said, and so my husband was like, oh, Rumors is not that great an album. I was like, all right, first of all, I said, it's their biggest album because it reads like a greatest hits. Like, they had like 15 hits off that album.
How did none of them come out of this without any type of STD or something?
But my big thing with this album, right, and the thing that I think is so fucking funny, is that, okay, you take a song like Go Your Own Way. Everybody knows that song. You can go your own way. Da, da, da. That's about like, I'm done with you and you can get away from me now. That's what Lindsey Buckingham is essentially saying in that album. Like,
the road, Jack.
Yes.
Don't come back no more.
Yes, he's essentially saying, we've broken up, I don't want anything to do with you, go your own way, get away from me.
That's all.
Right? And Stevie Nicks, who that song is about, had to sing backup vocals on that song. I was like, and every song in the album is like that. They all wrote fuck you songs to each other, and then the person that the song was about had to sing backup vocals on that song. I said, so can you imagine the mind fuck that's involved with that? It's like, yeah, we're broken up. By the way, sing these lyrics. And they're all about you.
You want to get paid? Sing it.
Yeah. So that's why I laugh at Rumors, because it's so fucking funny to me. It's like, oh, we hate each other. Sing my song.
You're going to like this.
Yeah, I know. This is going to be fun for you. It'll be fun for you. Number 7, Garth Brooks, Double Live. Number 6, okay. Number 6, AC/DC, Back in Black.
Yes.
Yes. Number 5, Pink Floyd, The Wall. That's a huge album. Number 4, Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin 4. The irony. Just let the irony sink in for a moment. Number 3, Billy Joel, Greatest Hits, Volume 1 and 2. My issue with this, I'm a big Billy Joel buff.
Yes.
My issue with this is that how is The Stranger not on this list? Because it was a huge, huge album in 1977. And he actually he bumped the Bee Gees to get the Grammy. Because they were on a roll for the Saturday Night Fever.
Which album was that?
The Stranger album. I don't know why it hasn't, why it's not on the list, but apparently, and there's the phone. But apparently, Greatest Hits. Sean just scratched it out with The Stranger. Okay, number 2.
Hold it. We're not taking calls yet. Hold on.
I know. Number 2.
The lines aren't open yet.
Operators are standing by. Number 2, the Eagles. Their Greatest Hits, 71 to 75.
Yay.
And number 1, Sean, Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yay! I knew it would be on there.
Beat it.
Number 1 on the top
Beat it.
50.
Yes.
Fucking amazing. Pissa, nice.
Yeah. So I've had this list since like March. It's like, oh, let's get this. Let's do this.
This is one of those things that just no expiration on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We need it for times like this.
I know. I got through the my segment much quicker than I thought I was gonna. Well, fuck. I found. Oh, you know what? I forgot to show you.
Well, show me.
Perhaps I'll show you after the show. But I forgot to. I've got to show you. I found this video on YouTube. Now, Sean and I make no apologies for. It's my favorite movie. I'm sure it's one of yours as well. Clue.
Yay! It
Now,
sure is.
Huh?
It sure is.
Yes. Now I found on YouTube.
Yeah.
On YouTube, and it's kind of it's very strange. I found on YouTube what I was looking for was a particular scene of Clue, but what I found was someone had edited together a video of Clue, and it's literally just Tim Curry.
What's he doing?
It's every Tim Curry scene, but they edit it in a certain way so it literally looks like he's talking to himself. And there's, like, I think maybe there's 1 or 2 scenes where there's another person there. But it's like he's talking to himself and running around an empty house. Mm-hmm. Like, it's edited, like, they could have done a little better job with the editing. So the editing is a little off. But if you go to, like, Clue, Tim Curry, Alone, or whatever, like, it's actually pretty funny. Like, I was laughing at work. I'm like, is he just running around an empty house now? Just, another door! And he just...
Run down the hole!
Yeah, and then he's like, pick up the dagger, and then, but it's like, he's by himself. It's just so weird. It's so weird. It's like, I'm not shouting! Like, well, you kind of are.
Run into another room. Why'd I come in here?
I know. That's my life. Are you kidding me? I got up.
I think we talked about that one day.
I think we talked about it. I think that was a whole segment on the show we talked about once. Mm-hmm. I got up, went to my supervisor's desk this week, got all the way, and it's not that far, so I can't say all the way. So between my desk and her desk, and I got to her desk, and I do this thing where I lean up, because we have these L-shaped desks. So I leaned up against the side of the desk, and I was like, nope, don't remember why I'm here. And she was like, really? And I was like, okay, well, if I think of it, I'll come back. And she won't see me the rest of the day.
How you doing?
Today I was walking. Oh, just this is real quick before we wrap it up. I was walking out of work. Someone I was walking out with looked at me and said, "Oh, goodbye, Tara." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't even know you were here today." Like I go into work, and I can't be the only one who does this. I go into work. I sit down, I put on my headphones, because we can listen to headphones. I do my job. I go to lunch. Maybe 2 times during the day I go potty. And
that's when you get these stories about the signs.
Yeah, there's always signs in the bathroom at work. Because we're adults and we need to be told. But, and then, like, that's it. Like, I sit and I do my job. My interaction is minimal. It's just, I'm not there to do anything but my job. I'm getting paid. That's what I'm getting paid to do. So I'm going to sit and do my job. And so I often don't realize that there are people in the room. Today, I was listening to a stand-up comedian, and I was literally stifling a laugh. At one point, he said something that was so hilarious to me, I spit Gatorade all over my desk. And I was literally doing the hand over the mouth, like... And I'm pretty sure the whole office heard me. I texted Jay, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure everybody hears me cracking up over here, like, by myself.
I was so happy to hear about this after what I did here about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, I made Sean spit his tea all over the...
All over a picture of Meryl Streep and Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, well, Carrie mostly got the brunt of that. Yeah.
Poor Carrie.
Poor Carrie carrying the weight. So, I looked at her, and I was like, I didn't even know you were here today. And she goes, oh, yeah, I saw you earlier. I said, well, I didn't see you.
Where?
I said, well, I don't remember seeing you. I said, I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just telling you, I'm not aware that you were here. And she's like, it's okay. I saw you. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you folks so much for joining us again. Hopefully you've had a good time.
Hopefully.
You go back, listen to last week's episode if you haven't.
Definitely do.
We encourage you to do so.
Love that.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah. I think this one's pretty good.
Jazzy.
When the feeling's gone, you can't go.
Jazzy.
So, oh my goodness. So we'll be back next week. Sean's now dancing. It's very distracting in my periphery. He's doing the... We'll be back next week. Thank you very much. Sean's got something to tell you. I'm going to go, I don't know, put my head in the sink. It's so fucking hot.
Have a good everything. And may the 4th be with you.
Yay! And also with you.
If you're listening to this on the 4th, then go watch some of the Star Wars movies while it's still the 4th. Before it's Cinco de Mayo.
Woo!
See?
Margarita! That's,
Tequila.
oh, I don't know any Spanish.
Tequila.